Welcome to the unboxing and general review of the Hubsan H002. It's the Nano Q4 series, so there's a few drones in this series of quadcopters by Hubsan. This is the H002. It's a really nice sturdy box that it comes in. It came in the post wrapped in one of those bubble wrap envelopes, and once it arrived in South Africa it was still in really good nick, so that's great. Open it up. Okay, so it's got little elastic bands holding the drone down. Really nice, it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere. So let's get those off. You've got to see it in real life to quite appreciate the size of this thing. But if it's, I don't have big hands, and it fits on the front of my hand like this. It's really tiny. So it truly is a nanocopter. It's got a little lens protector, which I'll take off. Stick over there. Cool, so that's the drone, straight off the bat. Tiny little props. I'm trying to do a little bit of research to find out if the props on all the Q4 series drones are the same, because then you can order any of the props and it comes in a few colors. What's nice is you can get black and white, so you can have white in the front and black at the back to give you some more orientation while you're flying. And there's your SD card slots. Just comes with a warning stick on the bottom. I would say take that off for better ventilation so it doesn't overheat. And your little, now what I was annoyed by is the fact that when I ordered it, it said it's a 720p camera, but I'm pretty sure that this is a 480p, so still decent for the size, but they were saying it's HD, you know, so that's an issue. Okay, opening the box, it says accessories on either side, so I'm sure we're going to find our bits and pieces in here. Okay, yeah. Oops. So spare props. It looks like a set of 4 props, so a replacement set of props. Your charger, which works on any cell phone charger or your laptop, and plugs in. So you've got a little connector like that, and on the bottom of the drone, and you just plug it in like that. So that apparently charges about 30 minutes and gives you about 4 minutes flight time, so we'll see how that goes. And then the controller. Here's your controller, really tiny. That again, you've got to see it. I don't underestimate how small this is. It really is tiny. And then this is a telltale sign. This is not an altitude hold quadcopter, so you need to control the altitude from there, which is a learning curve all on its own. So if you're not an experienced flyer, this is a great, if you take it slow, a great way to learn how to fly. Nice little controller. Cool, so let's get into how it all works. Okay, so this little quadcopter is charged. Alright, so let's switch on the drone. I think you just press and hold. Try again, there we go. So blue lights in the front, red lights on the back. Okay. And then we switch on the control. Oh, another thing. We need AAA batteries for the back. I'm going to get those. Okay. Batteries in. Switch on. Okay, so that's flashing there. And that's changed. So that went solid and that started flashing. And then in order to bind up and down, now it's bound, you can see the light stop flashing. The next thing is the to calibrate the gyros on this little drone. So even a tiny drone like this needs to be calibrated. I recommend just before every flight, just do it. With these tiny drones, like any slight issues with the gyros, it'll start drifting left to right, and it already drifts a lot with the slightest breeze, so you don't want that to add to complicating your flight. So this thing to the bottom right, this is in mode 2 that I'm doing this. There you go. So I don't know if you saw that. Let's try again. There it flashes back and front, done. I don't know. Oh, so that was just me. So that's it. And now you'll see the drone remains in the off position. Just it's idle. It's not doing anything. And only when you lift your throttle does it engage. Cool. Let's go through the controls. Okay, let's quickly run you through the manual. Really short and sweet manual. Hubsan, well laid out English manual. So you've got your safety instructions, a bit of an orientation on the drone. You've got your just all the bits and pieces about the LEDs and what they do. Probably good to familiarize yourself with that. Just orientation on the controller, very basic. Blink in red when power on and remain lighted after paired with quadcopter. So it blinks, and once it's paired, it goes solid. That's just some your basic flights, throttle, aileron, rudder, all those things. And then this is what we want to know. And something to point out with this drone, specifically if you're looking for something with acrobatic abilities, you'll see here expert mode and headless mode are both done with a short press of the left stick, which means expert mode and headless mode are the same thing. So you don't have a higher rate on this drone. And then flip mode, let's quickly do photo and video. So photo, press and hold the right stick, that takes a photo. Video, press and hold the trim, and you'll see there it's recording video. Okay, and then the flip mode is basically you press and hold the left stick, and then you tell it which way to flip, and that's it. Right, so those are the controls. Let's take it for a quick flight in my office here. Cool, my skills on tiny drones aren't amazing, so let me give myself some space. I'm going to try fly close up to the camera now. So that was a flip, but I crashed it because I was trying to keep it in view of the camera. So that's a flip. The thing about it is that once you got your control of the throttle down, once you get better at controlling the throttle on the drone, it's a pretty stable flyer. I'm not real sure where I'm going to put the outdoor flights in sequence on this video, but you'll see the outdoor flight, there was quite a strong breeze, and it went well. Okay, so pros and cons of the Hubsan H002. when I first got this quadcopter, basically the space of this video, I've been flying this off and on for a week, and I'd never flown a quadcopter that doesn't have altitude hold. My previous Nano Quadcopter had a pretty nice altitude hold. It was an FQ Nano Quadcopter, and after flying it for a week, I've decided I prefer it. It's just, there's a certain skill to it. It's something that you've got to learn, and that's really fun. And once you get into it, it actually gives you more control. Although, I mean, trying to get a shot level with the camera outdoors and stuff was difficult. But overall, it's just a more fun flying experience as opposed to the boring old Phantom 3 standard that does everything for you. So I think, and also it improves your drone flying skills and gives you more of a like hands-on feel. So that's like it or lump it, that's what it is. Another big con is Hubsan, in order to try and give you more flight time, they didn't provide prop guards. I understand that choice, but then they should have given more props. I have now run out of props, and I couldn't complete the test flight. My camera died, and between charging and trying to get the shot, I killed my last prop. So so that I feel is a big con with these. So yeah, here's my last prop. I don't know if you can see it. Let's do this. There it is. Pros, it's just super compact. The fact that they chose not to give you FPV, by FPV I mean a screen on the controller, allows for it to be tiny. So I literally put this in a pouch in my backpack, and I've got my whole quadcopter. I'm going to be sharing a vlog in linking to this video where I was at a local the Redberry farm, and I used this as my drone for the day, and I just flew around there and got some tiny aerial videos. So it allows for that, because I mean they didn't mind, and so because it's so tiny, it's, you know, so that's a cool thing about it. The fact that the SD card is on the drone is also a huge plus, because even though it's only a 480p camera, not a great camera by any stretch of the imagination, because it's recording directly onto an SD card on the drone, you're not getting any Wi-Fi interference, sending the picture to a phone on your controller, what have you. It's right there, so that increases the quality of the footage of this thing. So all in all, like, it's a semi-serious tiny photography drone, but I mean, it's not a photography drone by any stretch of the imagination. So, and the build quality is exceptional, better than my FQ Nano Quadcopter. I definitely prefer this to the FQ. Flight stability is much better, even with having to try and control my altitude. I could control where I was going. Like doing rapid yaw and that, spinning it around is not as easy without altitude hold. But the stability of flight on this quadcopter is really, really good. Well, that's it. Overall, I give this quadcopter like a thumbs up. I really enjoy it. Please check out my other videos. Thanks for watching. Cheers.